Alright everybody, welcome back to part 12 of my random reclassing round here of Fire Emblem The Shadow Dragon. Today we're gonna start up the 6th chapter of the game here. However, before we do, we have some reclassing to get on through here first. So let's see here, okay, yeah, we have Wolf here at the top of the list. Then we're gonna need to reclass Hardin, Wendell, and Roshia and Wyland 2 here. Yeah, hopefully we can get some good rolls and all of that stuff. You know, mostly I'm excited for Wolf here, so I guess I'm just gonna start out with him. He can become a horseman, berserker, sorcerer, general, which is what I hope he's gonna turn into. He can also become a hero and a warrior. Yeah, so let us switch the view and type all the classes in here. Horseman, general, hero, berserker, I think it said. What else was there? Oh, I did not mean to spin the wheel. Okay, you know what? Hold on a second. Sorcerer were one of the options here. Okay, I can't type whilst this is going on here. There you go. Sork, and there was one more. Hero I written down there. Warrior. Yeah, warrior is the one we're missing. Alright, let's see. Warrior. Now we're gonna spin for realsies. Okay, please don't become a warrior. That's like the only thing I don't want him. Okay, well, you know what? The Sork ain't so bad, I guess. Well, actually, it's one of the better ones, I would probably say, because it has very high growths. I don't think Wolf's magic growth is very high. Like, I'm gonna flash his growths there on screen for you guys. Like, yeah, he's got, like, super high HP and, well, defense, skill, speed, luck, all the growths are super high, but as a mage, he's only gonna have, like, a 25%, well, magic growth there, which still ain't bad, you know. He's gonna just become a tanky mage. So, yeah, there you go. That is still somewhat exciting to me at the very least, but yeah, once again, I would have preferred him as a general, but alas, he's gonna be a freaking Sork here. Wow, 4 speed at base here. Yeah, we're gonna need to train him up very carefully here. You know, he can still heal, so leveling up should not be any issues whatsoever. Alright, well, he's a freaking Sork. He looks very cool though, I gotta say. Now then, let's see, Hardin. Let's do you next. He can turn into a Cavalier, Archer, or a Myrmidon. Alright, let's switch the view. Cavalier, Arch, Myrm, and then... Oh, damn it, I accidentally backed out. Then there was also Curate and the Mage class. Alright. Curate and Mage. And I think that's everyone. Let me just double check. Cavalier, Archer, Myrm, Mage, Cure. Okay, yeah, that's everything. Or that's everyone, just whatever. Let's spin the wheel. And hopefully I'm... Yeah, okay, good, I am recording the right window there. And, okay, well, he's gonna stay as a Cavalier. I honestly don't mind that. I do not mind that at all. Although it would have been more exciting to have him as an Archer. But, yeah, it's a... Well, shame to cry about it. You know, this just means that we'll have yet another Paladin down the road, which, yeah... That could not be a bad thing for me here. So, yeah, we're just gonna leave him as is there then. So, yeah, Wolf became a freaking sorcerer. Hardin stays as a Cavalier. Wendell, you're up next. What will you turn on to here? He can become a Sage, Bishop, or Dragon Knight. Okay. Sage, which is the class he is right now. Bishop, Draco. I would not mind it if he actually turned into a bishop or stayed as a sage. Yeah, I don't think Wendell has very good, well, strength growth and, you know, defense growth, you know, stuff like that. So if it turns into a paladin or a sniper or a Dragon Knight, yeah, I do not think it's gonna work out very well. And actually here here's his final freaking class. He can also be a Swordmaster, which I really don't think he fits as, but yeah, we're gonna see what fate has in store for us here. Oh, well, Freaking Draconite. Well, well, well. Okay, so Wendell, one of the best characters in the game, has been completely screwed on over. Very nice. Let me switch the view back on the inside of the game. Yeah, here, yeah. He's not gonna get to come on very many more maps here. Although, you know, now that I look at him, he has very high movement. 10 movement, 15 speed, 12 defense. Well, maybe I should retract my statement there just now. He's actually not god awful, you know. Let me just switch him back to his Sage here real quick. I wanna compare stats here. Oh yeah, he actually gains a lot of good stats. Yeah, this is not all that bad. Sure, he will fall off eventually, but for now, he can actually do some fighting here. If I actually do need him, but yeah, more likely than not, he's just gonna be benched here. Yeah, so, now then, we have Rochea and Wieland, which, yeah, I have no hopes pinned on either of these guys. Like, all I can say is I hope that at the very least one of these two turns into a curate. That way they will be more easily leveled up there. That's really all I can say. Yeah. Rochea, however you pronounce your name. You can become a, let's see here, a Cavalier, Archer, Myrmidon, Mage, and Curate. Yeah, okay, so all the Cavalier classes seemingly have the same reclassing options here. Eventually I will learn it by, well, yeah, eventually I'm sure I will just learn all the classes and I don't even need to sit here and check the list here. Crit Mage, Archer, Cav, and there's one more. I forget it though, I gotta tie back into the game. Myrmidon, yeah, the final option is Myrm. That's everything, I think. Yes, indeed. So, Rochea, please become a curator. Oh! No. Well, actually, a mage ain't so bad either, I guess. A curate. Okay, well, you know what? I can work with that. Now we have a third healer here. Actually, we have 4 now, because Wolf can also heal. Yeah, all of a sudden I have, well, a lot of, well, nice, well, semi-nice healers, I guess you could say. Yeah, I will not be lacking that particular class whatsoever. Okay, curate for you, Rochea. But we gotta be very careful. Yeah, look how slow he is. Well, whatever. There you go. Now then, finally, we had Wieland. And yeah, he, I'm sure, has the exact same classes here too. He sure does. So let's hit the wheel and spin. And he becomes a, well, Myrmidon, I think. He could actually not turn into curate right now because, well, we don't have enough open slots for it. So yeah, I would have had to respin had that happen. But there you go. Let's see. Myrmidon. Yeah, I mean, he does get a lot of speed here, but he's at 3 strength. Yeah, dude, there's no way I'm using you, Wieland. There's just no freaking way. I might actually just run on out there and kill him at some point. Horrible as that may sound, but like, you actually get a whole bunch of extra X chapters in this game if, well, you have lost too many characters. So, yeah, if I want to see all the newly added content, well, I can't have too many characters. And, you know, speaking of X chapters, currently I only have 14 units here, which means that after this chapter, we'll get chapter 6X here, because I've lost so gosh darn many guys here. So, yeah, we have that to look forward to, I guess. You know, at the end of the day, it just means I get more experience here, which that couldn't hurt. But yeah, I need to fix up all my gear here, so I'll be back in a second once I'm done. Okay, so I'm back now and I fixed up everybody's gear. So let's just quickly go over everything here. Marth is the same. Shida has an extra bow on her. Abel here actually is carrying, well, Wendell's barrier staff there. Yeah, I noticed that you only need a staff rank of D to actually use it. So, you know, that's very nice there. So, yeah, he's gonna carry that. And yes, you can see there I bought some new healing staves here as well. Bart is gonna come, nothing new here with him. Ogma has now a steel bow, and then Drog is the same, Lena is the same, Navarre has the Ment Staff we looted there in the previous chapter, I believe. Then Mathis here looks the exact same as before. Of course, now he has the Turstag Javelin there. And actually here for Hardin, I gave him a Silver Lance and a Javelin. Yeah, I noticed that he's actually got a lance rank of B, so yeah, he's actually extremely nice to have here in the early game. Like, he can deal some nice damage. Yeah, I actually need to bring him here on more maps, I now realize, because yeah, he's gonna be an asset, especially if we can get him going here with stats. And then Wolf, I gave him the Thunder Tome, and yeah, I also, well, got him some healing staffs there, or stays. But here is one thing I realized with Wolf. Like, as I said before, Wolf and Sedgar both has insane stat growths. But Wolf only has a 25 or 20% magic growth, which isn't super good, but like, he's gonna become a super tanky mage here. And his very high strength growth is not gonna be wasted. Like, if there are heavy tomes in the game, that just means that he's gonna have, well, pretty much true speed with all books in the game, even though he can't, well, shoot as hard as other mages can. You know, I think Wolf here becoming the sword class might actually work out here. We just gotta train him, you know. Whoops, I did not mean to back out there. But yeah, we just gotta get him going up. Probably won't be doing too much fighting with him because he's extremely fragile at the moment. Just gonna be healing with him mainly here. Or, you know, heck, if I do get the chance to do some shipping, then of course I will, because we need to get him up there in tome rank as well. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna try and keep him far back so he doesn't die. Then we have Merrick here with the Babylon Blade, and he still cannot wield javelins, so he's gonna need to come like this. Julia needs to come and talk to Rickard, and then for my last character here, I was debating between bringing Roshia or Cord here. I actually looked up Cord online, and he has very nice growths, it's turned out. Like, his HP growth is at 80%, I want to say, and his strength is at 60% and speed at 40 or 45%. Then his defense and skill growths were a little bit on the low side, but yeah, he has very high offensive stats though overall, so I might actually want to try and grind this guy up. Yeah, but he's very liable to, well, just straight up dying here just because of how puny he is, you know. But yeah, I do believe if we can get him going, he will become solid. You know, there is that Seraph Robe in this chest here. Maybe I will give it to him. Yeah, that way he can catch up and become a solid member of the group here. But yeah, I did say before that I would save the Seraph Robe for Spring 1899's character, Midja, but I might actually go ahead and give it to Cord here instead. And then whenever we get a second Seraph Robe, I'll save that one for her. She won't join until chapter 10 or 12 or something like that anyways, you know, so that's still a far ways off. Am I happy like this though, as far as positioning goes? Pretty much, right? I do think I want my trusty cavalry here in the front, particularly Merrick. Yeah, he's so tanky. Look at this, 11 defense. He is just nutty, this dude here. Quite freaking nutty. Is there anything I need to look out for here? I don't really think so. There's that mage. Yeah, let's just quickly go over all the enemies here, just in case there are cavalry slaying type weapons, you know. Doesn't look like it though. No. Oh wow, that guy actually has his silver lance. well, he hurts, but that's about it. Okay, what about you guys? Nope, nothing too bad here. Heck, even the boss isn't all that bad. Okay, so, yeah, we are ready to go here then. Just one more thing. Bring this guy up here. Yes, there you go. And then draw. Yeah, I'm fine with you hanging back a little bit here. Yeah, let's just save and get into the fighting. And I'm probably just gonna speed up the first turn here, because, well, I'm just gonna be moving forward. What? The rebels are inside my castle! Very well. Armor units intercept the intruders. Archers defend the throne which I sit upon. Thieves, you go gather up the treasure while I make preparations to withdraw. You have your orders. Don't let the rebels anywhere near this chamber. Or else. And here we are. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, this guy is coming right for us, which is what I wanted. Now Merrick gets some nice shipping experience here. Yeah, he just barely has enough strength to just barely scratch this guy. Yeah, this is gonna be one of Merrick's main problems here throughout the game. Like, he's got decent health, speed, and luck roads, but his strength is, well, subpar to say the least. He's never really gonna be able to deal damage. But, you know, even so, he can be a nice tank. Like, he can just run on up, lure people in, and then others will pick them off. So, you know, he'll still have his uses here. And now, what do we do? You know, Marth, you need experience. Can you actually deal damage here? Or are you just way too weak? Wow, he can actually deal some decent damage here. Okay, well... Yeah, oh wow, Hardin, you just go ahead then. Shunk this guy. Just one hit will do. And could we... well, she will actually kill. Okay, well, you know what? Marth it is. Yeah. We need to get him up there to... Well, level 10 at the very least. Well, the sooner the better. Because, well... If my Marth is not up to code here... Like, yeah, we can very easily lose maps if enemies just snipe him. So, I would rather not have to worry about that. So, I'm gonna try and, at the very least, get him up there to level 6 here in the soon future. Yeah, just so that it will be nicer to use him. Okay, Doga, come on up. And, yeah, I'm probably just gonna do some more speed up here. Alright, so, let's see. Now then, we are going to make a wall of sorts here, and yeah, we also need to, well, hurry on over to this chest. Once again, that's where the Seraph robe is there, and I really do want that particular item. Should we just, like, have Merrick sit here? Will he die, though? This mage is a little bit scary. Maybe I should have brought Wendell on this map, you know. He could probably have been a nice tank here. Or, no, never mind. The archers would have just shot him down. Yeah, never mind me. Never freaking mind me. Yeah, okay, well, there isn't really a whole lot I can do here. I just need to play it slow. So, Barst, you pull in the mage. He has a lot of luck, so I'm not afraid of him getting critted there. And yeah, this is gonna be so nice. Now we finally have immense death, so I can actually get somebody to full health here if I really have to. But yeah, this is looking pretty good here. We have a nice wall. We actually have some competent units here now. Wolf may not look very good right now, but I actually think he can work here. I hopefully have shown off his growths there earlier on in the video whilst talking about him. Like, he is... seriously good. Like, yeah, he can become a very, valuable asset. We just gotta be careful not to lose him. Oh, what the heck? Barst actually attacks twice. No, I did not expect that. That is very impressive, Mr. Barst. Okay, well, we gotta punch a hole through here ASAP, yeah? As long as we can block off this staircase over here, then the thieves cannot get out, you know. They flee over here with their items, so... yeah, as long as this guy at the very least cannot get out, then I'm very happy. But, let's see here. Before we do anything, let's talk to Rickard here. Yes! What the? Rickard, what are you doing here? In a prison cell. What have you done? To have been tossed into a jail cell. Chief, nothing. I just stole some bread from an old woman, then stabbed her in the back. Okay, well, never mind. I decided to break in here and clean the place out, and then I got caught. Oh, well, that was just nor near as bad as what I paid it up there. Me, I washed my hands of thievery and joined the forces of justice. Oh, really? Justice? So then this wouldn't have nothing to do with some new lady friend. You always did have a soft spot for a pretty face and the right features. What? Can it, you little fink? I said it is about justice. I am entitled to have a moral crisis now and then. A moral quandary. You know what? Just for that, you are gonna work for me, starting right now. Huh? Do I have to? Well, alright. You drive a hard bargain. But what can I say? I missed you, Chief. Just make sure I get a cut of the hall. Okay, well, will do, I suppose. So yeah, Rickard here, his growths, and I did check them out, they are very much like back in Mystery of the Emblem, just worse than Julian's. There really is no need to use Rickard here unless you like, well, the way he speaks or his looks, you know, stuff like that, because his growths are, well, they're not bad. I was gonna say they're quite bad, but that's not really the case. It's just that Julian is so freakishly strong there that any other thief just pales in comparison, you know. Okay, well, let's see here now. We have a hammer here. We could, oh yeah, you know what? This freaking Steel Lance guy, I want him gone. Here's just a question. How should we do this? Like, we have two healers here. Where's my... Wait, am I blind or something? Or did... Oh, never mind. Abel's right there. Okay. Yeah, I would like to heal on up Merrick on this turn and also Barst, so that means that Wolf won't be able to shoot, but, you know, he will deal a lot of damage here. Or actually, no, he won't. Yeah, Lena will actually do more. Okay, well, here. I'm just gonna heal Barst on up. Very nice. And then, please, Lena, tell me you one-shot this guy, or at the very least come close to it. Yes, okay. So let's do this. Then Marth with his rapier there will finish the guy off. Yeah. Let's see. Or actually, what if Cord can do it? Oh, damn it, Cord, you're so freaking close, my man. What the hell? Well, that's a shame. Yeah, that's a great shame. He really needs the experience. Oh, look at Ogna. He's just cracked right now. Can we... Okay, no. Cannot shoot that guy twice. There are so many enemies here. Sheeta cannot reach on up. Alright, let's just do what I was gonna do. Here, Marth, use the rapier. Take him out. Get some good experience whilst you're at it. Now we just need to plug up this doorway here. Oh, jeez, but we have so many enemies moving in. To be fair, though... Oh, whoa, that's the Silver Lance guy. I was just gonna say, they aren't all that strong, but no. They are incredibly powerful. But we do have a lot of time still. I don't need to panic. Okay, so... Yeah, we need to mark him. Yeah, this is actually a little bit scary. I wonder if these archers are just gonna stand still. That would be very nice if that is the case. Well, here. Let's see. Oh, what the heck? This is straight up a one-shot, unless I miss. Good, I didn't. I think... yeah, I think we just wanna put Merrick, like, down here. Yeah, this guy... He's so freaking scary, my man. Like... I think Merrick will be fine, though. He's got such high defense, and if I sit here, not all the archers can gang up on him, even if they do start moving. We just need to heal him up here. Okay. Merrick, you're the best suited guy for this. Please protect the team. And if I could get this archer out of here, that would be nice, but that's gonna be hard. It all depends how much damage Harding can muster up here. And that is actually a very solid amount here. Now, even Violent might be able to run on up here and take the kill. We could... yeah, if I want to make it guaranteed, I could just take the Babylon Blade here. Which I don't see any reason why I wouldn't do it. Oh yeah. Okay, you know, this is what we're gonna do. Use the Babylon Blade, take the archer out. Now, Merrick should survive without any issues here, right? 11 defense, 24 freaking health. Yeah, 12 damage from this guy. 5. Okay, yeah, he actually survives. Dude, my Merrick is so clutch, in all honesty. He's super nice to have here. Cannot believe I'm saying it, but I am happy he turned into a freaking cavalry. And you know, Dogma, why don't you take this guy out? Yeah, finally the game is starting to feel a little bit looser here, yeah. I don't have to be super cautious anymore. Like, I still can't just run on in, like, all willy-nilly. But, yeah, it's not quite as strict as before. Now it actually feels, yeah, easier. Don't get me wrong, though. It still is pretty damn tough. I'm not gonna underestimate my opponents here. Oh, wow, that's a physic there. Okay. Oh! Oh, he could have crit me. Jesus. I did not think of that. But, you know what, he didn't, so... Phew. Now then, let's see. Do we... Yeah, we should probably run after that guy there, right? Yeah, here. Only problem is I'm gonna run away with Babylon. Yeah, with the Babylon Blade. That's good damage. Well, you know what, here, let's see. Let us use the Silver Lance once again. Oh, wow. Well, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's freaking do it. Dude, Hardin is, yeah, incredibly nice to have. Holy crap. The fact that he starts out with B rank there in Lances just makes him so valuable. And you know what we could do? We could just, yeah, do this. Take Babylon back. And now, Mathis, it is up to you to get this kill here. It would be some nice experience for you. But before we do, let's be insanely cautious here. I'm actually gonna heal him up. But before we do anything, yeah, we're gonna try and strike at this guy here. And oh crap, I forgot to buy a regular iron sword for him. I gotta do that at some point here. Or not the iron sword, a iron axe, jeez. Like, there's been so many days here now where I'm just drained. Like, I don't know, yeah. I keep talking too often about this, I feel like I should probably stop doing it, but yeah. Just how my speech is almost slurred here, you know. I can't get my sentences straight. And I start to, yeah, I'm starting to feel like it's because I'm not, well rested enough here. I believe that's the case. There's been going on a lot in my life recently, like, and, oh crap, I should have been more careful there. Yeah, there's been going on a lot of stuff in my life recently. Like, nothing too bad or anything, but I'm just saying, and I have not gotten, well, the best amount of sleep, perhaps, so yeah, I don't know. I don't freaking know. But I'm trying my best. Should we move on up here now? I guess I will. But yeah, I do believe I am talking a little bit too often about that, so I should probably stop. So it doesn't get annoying to listen to me. Well, what's the right word? Ranting, yeah. So I don't come off as a freaking ranter here. But is this dangerous? I think it is. Yeah, I don't want to lose core here. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that thief run. Sit right here. And I can't run too far up. But, you know, we should be good to go here. Yeah, Ogma, you are safe where you are. Now, Lena, come on over here. And then Abel, you sit right here. And, you know, I just gotta move with these two. Okay, but let's just end the enemy turn here, and then I will end the episode after they have acted. And, oh, what the heck, we got some money there. A bouillon. I wonder how much that gives when you sell it. If it's like in Fire Emblem Awakening, it would be 2,500, I want to say. Which ain't bad. Oh, well, a skill point for Merrick. That's a little bit lame. Of course, you can't just get only good level ups. There's gotta be sprinkled in a few bad ones too. I shouldn't complain. He's gotten quite lucky so far with his level ups, you know, apart from that. From that little mishap. But yeah, we have a Normal Slayer there, a Physic here that we need to get. And you know what, here, let me just check the Bouillon. A small lump of gold that fetches 10,000 at the market. Holy crap, you know what? That is not bad. That is not bad whatsoever. You know, I'm probably just gonna let Jillian hold on to this money here. Yeah. Please hold on to it, Julian. He's not as likely to die. But yeah, let's just suspend here, and I'll be back in a hot minute, and I'll keep on playing, and hopefully, you know, in the next episode here, we can send Mathis and Hardin on these guys, on these thieves here, and reclaim the Armor Slayer and the Physics Staff. Yeah, I really need to get a hold of those items there. And I guess the Killing Edge is just lost. There's no way I get there before it runs out. Once again, if I had Wendell, I could probably have punched through here and flown on by and taken him out. But yeah, you know, I wasn't thinking of that. I just saw all those archers and decided it would not be a good idea. So, there you go. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with another episode here, where I won't be whining about why I mess up my speech. Just whatever, yeah. Oh, okay. See you guys tomorrow.